Hi people, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's Sandra here and we're back again with another video from Charlie Kirk. And this says college bro demands an answer, then instantly regrets it. Okay, so with no further ado people, let's just hop right into the video.
The last one,
Please.
I'm overtime. It better be good.
I think it's good enough.
Oh, good enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So, basically, my question is: throughout this whole thing, I've heard you speak pretty in length about, upholding the Constitution, which I think is a good thing. I think that's a great thing. I think that you talk about the founding fathers, who I think, while flawed, overall had very good ideas. My issue is
Okay.
that, and I know it's not October, but currently, I mean, you can spin it however you want. I personally do think that Trump, has done a lot to really ruin the Constitution. I think when you look at January 6th, yes, January 6th,
This is such an October question, bro. Like,
I know, but then answer it.
but answer what? I mean,
Why,
here's my-
why is the Constitution suddenly flimsy when it comes to things that are currently
Well,
happening,
but
it's not flimsy when
First
it
of all,
comes
that was
to...
5 years ago. And like, here's my best argument is like, the
So it
American
doesn't matter.
Well, hold on, the American people were presented with this and they didn't believe the media's premise. So you tell me how Donald Trump was against the Constitution. Like what?
By trying to overthrow it on January 6th.
Okay, he didn't.
Oh,
Again,
he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't. You know what he did do? He did win in November because you guys couldn't stop talking about that for the last 4 years. Okay.
Hold up.
Because all you guys did is you lied. You kept the border wide open. You guys sent money to
Then
Ukraine
why did his
unnecessarily.
own VP not validate
we
it?
had hyperinflation, and all you guys
you
did
smell like that?
was lie endlessly about January 6th, which of course was 99% of people that
Ooh.
peacefully went into the Capitol to go pray and go
Okay.
look at the people's house. There were only 15 people that actually committed violent actions against police officers. And so we look at all this together. You're like, oh, he's against the Constitution. Wait a second. You know who's against the Constitution? The Democrat Party that tried to kick him off the ballot. The Democrat Party that tried to say, you're not allowed on a ballot. You know that there were 5 Democrat states, Maine, Colorado, and California being 3 of them, that said, you're not allowed to be on the ballot, Donald Trump, because you're an insurrectionist. That's a threat to democracy and to the Constitution. It's a threat to our democratic norms. And so I'm not going to relitigate this too much because, honestly, I don't have to. Because we won, and you didn't. And
Well,
we're in
okay.
power.
Well,
and so it's like,
May I speak?
because he's never running again.
I haven't
Yes.
really gotten a second to speak. So
You kind of did.
what I want to say is that, look, I'm not a Democrat. I don't agree with the Democratic Party. I'm not a part of the Democratic Party. I personally believe in upholding this Constitution, and that goes beyond January 6th. I think currently what he's doing with trying to suppress the media is absolutely abhorrent.
How is he suppressing the media by doing more media? You know who's suppressing the media? Joe Biden never talked to the media. Donald Trump will sit at the Resolute desk and invite all the media.
They
to
just
take,
announced-
Hold on a second. This is so insane. This guy will answer more questions than any president that we've had in the last 50 years. He will literally do a press conference today. He did one at 12 p.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. And that's the 3rd time this week he's done. And anyone can ask any question they want. You're saying he's suppressing
Yes.
the media?
Can I say why?
Because of the Associated Press? Or why?
Partially, yes, and because he literally just announced his press conference person. She just announced that they're getting rid of the nonpartisan group that picks the journalists. He's going to pick the journalists. A bunch of bootlickers are going to be in there. That's not free speech.
Well, first of all, I don't want to hear from Jim Acosta or Caitlin Collins, and I don't think the American people do either. The point being, though, is that
Sure, and I don't want to hear from a bunch of spray tan Fox News people.
hold on a second, though. You know, it's I find it interesting because I'm interested in your psychology.
Sure.
Like, what do you support?
I support upholding the Constitution. I think both sides are morally bankrupt. I think both sides
Yeah.
are supported and funded by billionaires who should be taken out of power.
You know, and this
on
is
both sides.
Fair enough. We'll end with this. It's a great and everybody don't be like this guy, because. And I wish for you. It's so easy in life to
Thanks,
go
man.
around saying that everything sucks and everything's awful, when in reality you have the best government that you've had in 100 years and a reclamation. Of course, there'll be things you disagree with or you don't like, but it's so easy and so cool to kind of be like, I don't like this, and you're kicking out the press. When in reality, they're getting 99 out of 100 things right, and you have Elon Musk, the world's wealthiest man, sacrificing
do you
himself
agree with
to go
that?
solve government. No, it's like honestly though, the attitude itself. I support the Constitution. I don't like Trump. it's like it's being cool by half.
Why can't both be true?
But no, but it's. I'm just saying though. It's just. It's in a general attitude, and I get it. It makes you feel morally sanctimonious and all that stuff. But in reality and in practicality, this is a government that none of us have earned or deserved or expected. That is doing amazing things for us on a daily basis. And so I hope you'll come around to that. And everybody in this audience is going to be better because of it.
I think if this government wants to respect the people, wants to not cut federal funding, and wants to overall improve
We
this
should
country,
cut federal funding. Of course we should. That's
Okay.
what we got elected on.
Do you think there should be a child tax credit?
Yes,
3K?
that's not federal funding. That's
Do you think?
Whoa.
Do you think that there should be free school lunch for all children?
no.
Why?
Of course not. Because parents should feed their kids, not the government.
What if they can't?
Go get a job.
A child? You
No,
want
the
child
parents should go get the job.
Yeah.
This is important.
They,
I don't believe.
they have jobs and they can't support their children stare because the minimum wage is so low.
No, you are a Dem, dude. Don't give me this stuff. First of all, this is really
I want
important.
children to eat.
Of course I do. Show me a single child in America going hungry. Doesn't exist. Number two, we have churches, we have food shelters, we have billions, and it does not exist. We have a child obesity problem, not a child starvation problem in this country. That 50% of our kids are obese or overweight. There's not a single kid in America that has died of starvation in the last 10 years. Show me that kid. Show me. They're not. This is a propaganda thing from the Democrat Party. Our kids are so overweight they have type 2 diabetes by the age of 8. So the number one problem for kids right now is that they're not moving enough and they're eating too much, not that there's child starvation. Instead, let's get back to a time where we say, hey, parents feed your kids, churches feed your kids, communities feed your kids, not big daddy government coming in and doing what the family should do. With that, I say thank you guys so much and have a great day. Thank you.
Okay, so for the longest time, I've been getting into Charlie Kirk's videos. You already know about that, right? And this is the first time I'm encountering a person like this, because other times it's either they are just very different from every other person, and they just have something very curious questions. They have something relevant and important to say and to ask or to share or to add or whatnot, right? And then other times they're just plain out, like they just have a very twisted and programmed mentality on politics, on the world, and all of that, right? But never have I ever gotten into a student coming on here with zero knowledge about anything. Like, that guy is just he's a walking child. And that's why, like, he close up with children going hungry. I don't know if he went hungry when he was much younger, so that has like distorted his, I don't know, his ability to follow through things. Because first off, um, Donald Trump is a bad person. Okay, I don't know Donald Trump personally, but based on the videos, based on the media, the videos that I've gotten into from Donald Trump, which I got into from his interviews, from his media, showing up on the internet. And I'm just here now wondering what, where, and how could anyone actually accuse Donald Trump of shying away from the media or not coming in for interviews or whatnot? Because trust me, every perception people have of Donald Trump there, 90% of it comes from his online presence, comes from him showing himself, and him just comes from his online representation basically. Now let him even tell me, where has he seen when a president, be it the United States president or be it the president from another country, show up to the media as much as Donald Trump does? Like, even if there's certain people who have an issue with Donald Trump simply because he shows up a whole lot on the internet, and somebody is here coming to talk about how he's always shying away from the camera, or always shying away from conversation or interviews. So, like, if anyone is saying that, everybody would know that that is pure yes, people. I remember during Joe Biden's rule, I can count how many videos of Joe Biden I did see there. Obviously, I wouldn't have watched all of Joe Biden's videos, but I can definitely do count the ones that trended or the ones that a whole lot of people got into. So this young man already lost his argument from the very onset. He started up with a very weak point and talking about like the government feeding the kids or like wanting the kids to go hungry and stuff. Is he actually insinuating that the government should love love kids more than the parents do. I don't believe that taxes are being collected solely for, feeding the hungry kids or feeding the hungry people, even though taxes are partly being used for that. And there are lots of, even at that, we do have churches that do cook food every Saturday, every Sunday. We do have homeless shelters. We do have volunteer. We do have people who, humanitarian services, humanitarian groups who go out to give out food. Like, trust me, like literal hunger, I think that is really scarce in the United States. Even in LA, you wouldn't see these homeless men talking about being hungry, to be honest, because there are lots of avenues for them to get food. So I would say that that was actually a very weak and unconstructed argument and claim on Donald Trump. I don't care what people feel about him. I also don't care what I feel about him, but let's call it a spade, and let us actually know more. Let us actually know what we're talking about when we're talking about it, okay? But anyways, we did get into this. I would love to know what you all think about this down in the comment box. Please do share your thoughts and opinions with me. I genuinely just felt like this young man is, I don't know, he's just a whole lot to handle, and he has a whole lot to learn about life. I mean, I actually do envy his naivety, because him being naive in this age means that he's been very well sheltered and he's been very well fed. So yeah, thank you, people. So let's keep on staying safe and healthy for the next one. Do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel for more amazing content and such. And yeah, bye.